Good evening, ghosts and goblins, and welcome to another spine-tingling-tastic chapter of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in... My name is Philip, and I am the Dreadmaster, and ensconcing me quite properly are all of our wonderful players. Say, good evening, players.
Good evening, players.
So good to see you all. And now that we're live, you can stop saying the horrible things you've been saying off stream. My God. Some of the comments that were happening here.
Yeah, like I think creamy peanut butter is for sinners.
And I think it's for winners.
I think it's for dinners.
And for real tasty dinners. And sometimes for use as paint thinners. But enough about paint thinners. Let's talk about this game of ours. It's called Blood from a Stone. Which means the first thing we have to do is open an entirely unrelated window.
This game. First thing I'm going to do is not do this game.
So, this here is the Lost Caverns, although, tell me if you think it says Lost Taverns.
It does look like taverns.
It kind of looks like taverns.
Both.
Like, if that was a tattoo, I would make fun of the person who got it.
Yeah.
Taverns, I hardly know earns.
Okay, so, thank you, Dan. We have only opened one die from it so far. It was a Dwarven Hammer D4.
Wow.
Gotta tell ya, this D4 is, like, smaller than this D4 from the Raven set that we ended. And... I don't know. Well, you guys be the judge. It's like a little smaller guy.
Well, you know what they say.
That it has no value because it's smaller? Yeah, I agree. All right.
So, to quote Nigel Powers, it's not the size, mate. It's how you use it.
Was it on stream that we were doing? Never mind. That was too much. I don't want to talk about that. There was a joke the other day that I think went too far. All right. Speaking of things going too far, let's open up box 2. Fish around inside. Lo and behold, I thought Dan might like that. We have I'm actually very into this, my friends. This is a D10 with a silver font with a very creepy spider. The coloring of this is actually hard to see in my lighting, but it is a deep, maybe if I hold it like, it's like a deep purple. So this is very, if it's up against my skin, no.
Nothing.
I mean, your skin is on your hand, too.
No, it just looks black. This die is extremely like the colors of Archetype's costume.
Oh, really? It's hard to tell from here, yeah.
I know, it is. I'll send you a photo at some point.
Yeah.
First roll is a 9 on the D10. Ooh, a strong hitter.
Yeah, baby.
I would think a spider would be on a D8, unless there's spiders on all of them.
I believe that this is the icon for all the dice.
Okay.
So, I see what's going on, that we have giant spiders, dwarven hammers. It's going to be a real classic D&D kind of calendar. Segue, unlike tonight's game, which only might have classic D&D elements. For the most part, we're in a world of horror, but there are so many different kinds of horror on offer. I have sort of late, I have not been recapping this game because we have so many open threads. We kind of just recap whatever we roll. We kind of just recap what is going on. But I will give some broader points of kind of some of the bigger picture things. I'll also recap last week since none of you were present for this and don't know about it. Last week was a Week of Blood episode in which Miri, one of the Orphans of the Eldritch, wound up kind of giving out candy to various monsters that visited her at a house she found in the city of Wendon, a house that eventually was revealed once belonged to a serial killer called the Red Death, or at least was once used by that serial killer. This is, for longtime viewers, the very serial killer that sort of made the career of one Judge McGregor. Although then Judge McGregor, I think, realized that perhaps he sent the wrong person away for it in a kind of vision that he had just before falling down some stairs and dying. Fun games.
That's life, baby.
And death. So, in any event, Walker was present, and Walker seemed to, Walker recited a poem for her, or that, at the sort of behest of La Trovadora, one that we did not hear all of, but I may say all that on stream at some point. Maybe like after, if there's ever a shorter Blood from a Stone, maybe we'll do that at the end. But Miri was able to sort of complete the process. She gave out candy to various monsters, including, some of these were, I guess I should actually mention some of the people who came and visited her. One was a woman called Stacy, aka Stremzaz the Wicked Wanderer, or as Lauren would say, the Wicked Wanderer. We also met La Trovadora, whom you know, but then a gentleman named, who identified himself as Conrad Bourgeois, came to the door. And he spoke that what was odd about this was, she said he was the only nice one. He sort of came and she was like, he doesn't seem like a monster, but something did seem off because every time she asked him a question, it took a few seconds for him to reply. And he'd kind of reply in a folksy way, and then at some point she saw...
How did he reply? What was his voice like?
I mean, you've all heard it many times. It was just standard Southern, what are you asking? I'm confused. He sounded like... Oh, you want to hear... Yeah, it was just... I mean, I don't think it wasn't a great... It was just a, hi there, I'm Conrad Bourgeois. This is my automatic corn shucker. She'd ask a question. He'd pause. Yeah, that sounds nice. I'd appreciate that. And eventually, as she looked close, she saw something slithering under his skin.
Gross.
But in any case, she found him off-putting. And then at the end, a platinum shield robot came and simply acquired candy, and she found that one the least upsetting. But then Walker revealed that he was a ghost, which she was kind of betrayed by. That frustrated her a lot. And La Trovadora, because they always have to do it. She didn't want to let La Trovadora in, so La Trovadora started singing the song, like a threatening song. So then she let her in, and La Trovadora sang her some Bad Moon Rising, some Credence. So there you go. So that's what happened last week when none of you were here and Liv was. It's a real opposites situation. In preceding weeks, however, here in this game, so many things have been going on. We have, however, I guess I will mention one of the things is that some of our threads have actually linked together now, or at least are geographically at the same place, where Sarah Quill, Solomon Ortega, and Felix Ducat, they are all at Darkmoor. So is Penny Cillian, and now a gentleman named Chenks Woodley, who is helping her as a meat shield, according to the peddler, as she is on a mission to erase herself and Bradley from the records. The problem for her, however, is that though she and Bradley have been removed from most of the records, there are clearly some records being kept because they were in a special program in Holdfast Hall, which seems to be the most sort of like, there's a huge line of vampires waiting to get in. Seems like it's a high security area. She knows that there was bad stuff in there. I mean, she even saw Dracula at one point, so, she's like, there's clearly some shenanigans going on. So whether or not they can get in and undertake this process so that because Dan, what, guys, I'm just, like, Dan, oh my god, Dan wants Bradley to become a vampire mistwalker, like, more than I've ever seen. Like, he wants it, I think he wants this, tell me if this is right, Dan. This is I'm speaking only about this moment, okay?
Right, okay.
You don't want this as much as you wanted Dylan to survive. I think the most of anything is you wanted Dylan to survive and get that staff. And then you just couldn't make the rolls. That, I think, is in an instant, that's the most you've wanted something in this game. I don't think you want this, I think you don't want this as much as this, but I think you maybe want this more than you wanted Rawlings to make it over that fence.
No, I wanted Rawlings to make it. I think I want this. I definitely want. Currently, I am feeling not like I'm saying there's none, but I definitely wanted Rawlings to make it over that fence so fucking much.
Is that the most you wanted?
Book and Dagger's right. I wanted Rawlings to be, I wanted Rawlings to be a Mistwalker. And I definitely wanted Dylan to survive more than this.
You wanted,
but this is solidly number 3.
Okay, a solid number 3. Probably part of what's making this one weirder is that it is not in your hands. It's
right,
this, like,
yeah.
weird outside possibility. And the fact that Liv's not here tonight, gives Dracula more time to maybe get home and make this a harder thing to do. Okay, so.
But does he want Bradley to he wants Bradley to come back to life as a vampire, Mistwalker.
He was intrigued by the possibility, but now that Felix Ducat has summoned someone for him, he has new priorities. So, with all of that in mind, this is the state of the Dread Clock. It sits at the stroke of 5. Last week, Liv single-handedly gave me, I think, 3 13s? It was wild. Yeah, just 3 on her lonesome.
We didn't have any.
We didn't have any in 118. Yeah, we did not. We had 2 on 1. Or we actually. Oh no, I take that back. We had 5 on 117 because mine counted, and then we had none the next week. 3 there. So we have that going on. We also have a bunch of people sort of alluding to that Dracula's on some mission. He's out. He's off in Ignador doing who knows what. There's a lot of characters there, including Alvin Theodore, Elowin, Spellington, Urek, and also Hattie, and also the Soldier of Fortune, Ina Sword. So, a lot of places we could wind up looking. But before we roll to see where we'll go, I will first read the invocation for tonight. Chapter 120 of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in RPG. The devil himself could not prevent me from meeting you, Miss Harker. I should know. I have met him. Zane.
Oh, baby, yeah.
Please roll a d13.
At your service.
Fucking do it.
If you roll a 13, something crazy will happen.
That's a 5. We're not too crazy this evening.
Yet.
Yeah, just yet.
A 5.
Yes.
All right. We will pick up where we left off. When last we were here on the Darkmoor campus, Dan, you should be very happy. We're at Darkmoor. Felix Ducat had summoned King Adelard from a book. He basically now has 2 different representations of the same historical figure in 2 very different stylistically distinct poetical interpretations. One is the King Bee, one is King Adelard himself. Old McAllister is also present, as are the character brides of Dracula, Wednesday Line, the voluptuous bikini team dancer, and the Visionary. The Ghoul is also still around. Haven't had him pop out and murder anyone in a while. That might be a good thing. Ah, poor Shanks. We also have Dracula himself is not present, however, because basically with Felix doing such good work, he sort of said, Dracula said, "What is it you would want to continue?" And Felix said, "My brother back." And Dracula said, "Okay, I'm gonna go try to make that happen." He has departed to do that. In the meantime, Sarah, Sarah did some one-upping of Wednesday to have her cook schnitzel for Felix, because she was, after all, a kitchen maid before she kind of has now become this character bride. And I think she maybe feels a little better about that, even though Etienne, something's amiss with Etienne, she can tell. But he smells clean because he's a goddamn angel. Also, Solomon is there, getting hit on by a weird plant vampire lady named Ingrid, and researching a gentleman called Bill the Barrel Hull, a rotund, bearded actor with a booming stentorian voice from his book, Radioland Dreams. That is where those characters are. Meanwhile, Penny, Chenks, and the Peddler, having erased all record of Penny and Bradley from the registrar's office, which was somewhat easier to do because the registrar's throat is currently in the belly of a vampire, a much more sort of feral Ignadorian vampire, in fact. They have sort of realized that they're going to have to go to Holdfast Hall to complete this mission. Chenks is kind of just following along this because sometimes things are too easy, and if you take a picture with your arms around your back so you can hug yourself in a photo, he got a contact existential crisis earlier, which was a pretty good thing that happened. So yeah. Do you want to share any of those, Lauren? It's fine. We can wait. We can't even hear you.
Yeah, you're doing that cutout thing.
Mandy Butter just really got me. Okay.
So what's been happening is some people in chat have been putting some, I think, character name suggestions. I know that's not what it is, but that's what we'll go with. You can read them out if you'd like.
Mandy Butter, Hamburger Sam, Sandy Rhabarbra, Chris Juice, Rhonda Vodka, Shrub McCloskey,
Tim Lasagna, Rob Soup, Charles Macchiato. And it was all inspired by Tyler Ricotta. Our very own Tyler Ricotta.
So.
I also known as Rick Spaghetti. Because I forgot his name once and called him Rick Spaghetti.
I remember his name. He was like, what's his name? Rick Spaghetti. And I was like, no, Tyler Ricotta.
Did you not know that, Dan?
No, I knew that. I'm just remembering it again.
Just remembering how good it is.
I'm just having a good time with my friends.
I don't know why, but Mandy Butter really just...
Mandy Butter gotcha. Okay.
This is player chat, yes. Sorry, we do this.
Sorry.
Sometimes player chat is a problem on this game. To be honest with you guys. Sometimes, oh my god. And it's funny because, like, if I pay attention to it, it's just this. And then when I'm like, I'm not looking at this, people are asking me, like, really pressing questions of, like, oh my gosh, does my character know this? I'm really confused. I'm really nervous about this. What's happening? And I'm just not reading it because I'm like, well, that's nothing but garbage.
Talking about Rick Lasagna.
Yeah, that's just going to be Chris Juice.
Anyway.
All right. So, back on the Darkmoor campus. Dan, if you would roll a d13, and Lauren, if you would... Lauren, if you would roll a d13.
Both of us, or just Lauren?
Both of you.
Get 5.
Okay.
13, baby! Let's go!
You whore.
Oh, God, I am in love with me.
Okay, so first of
I am
all,
in love
13.
with me. I'm going to put that on a shirt. I am in love with me.
Oh, boy, Shanks, go ahead and roll another. You can roll another 13. I know you can.
3, unfortunately.
Fair enough. So we don't get a sweet horror surge, but we do advance the clock to the stroke of 6. Almost halfway there. Melissa Biscuit. Oh, you're gonna put him in a Twitch chat now.
Yeah, now everybody is in on the joke, so we'll keep doing it. So
That's a good one.
I'm gonna do this forever now.
Oh, Melissa
That's
Biscuit.
all I do.
Oh man.
One
Well,
trick pony.
Mandy Butter and Melissa Biscuit friends.
Oh, absolutely. But they
Gotta butter that biscuit.
Okay.
They do have kind of like a little rivalry going on though.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But they made out a sleepover once.
So, a 13, however, does imply a certain kind of dark luck. So I'm going to ask Dan a question.
I will give you an answer.
Because neither of these prospects are necessarily going to be positives for you. Your 13 means bad luck, but I will allow you to choose the nature of the bad luck. 1, it means we are not going to start with Chanks and Penny and the Peddler. Option 2, we will start with them, but with some bad luck on it.
I will defer to the second half.
You'll defer. Okay, so reading team receives the ball. Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to defend that end zone, please.
Exactly. All right. To do our ceremonial coin toss. This is okay. So Felix, Solomon, and Sarah, a bit of time has passed for you all as you have done sort of more studying, more work in here. And in fact, no, except they're coming in, so I wouldn't do that. Let's have you all regain, and please make sure you have your correct sheets up. Solomon and Felix, you can both regain 1 more power.
Yeah.
Sarah Quill, are you below your maximum in magic points? For Sarah
He
Quill?
said no.
Understood.
Sorry, no.
Then
I
you're
was
fine.
muted.
Okay. Some time has passed. You are both doing a good job of reading, but at this point you're both sort of like, we do need to break for the evening.
We're only human.
If you say that, Solomon, Ingrid will just like from way too close to you go, ha 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 ha. Yes, you're only human, but it is no only thing, it is everything. I bet, have you ever sat naked in a field of wildflowers?
Weirdly enough, yes.
I bet you looked exquisite.
That's what I heard.
Wednesday Wednesday and Etienne are both present here, kind of in the thing, just sort of Etienne sort of waiting around. Etienne will once again, sort of, some time has passed, but he's once again sort of saying, do we know when the Count is going to return? I am wondering if perhaps I should go and seek him. I think that what I am thinking of speaking of may be a somewhat sensitive matter. Wednesday says, I don't know when he'll be back, sir. I really can't speak to it, sir. He'll say, Sarah, if I, do you know where Dracula went?
Is it possible to like reach into our minds and see? Or
You don't think you can reach into your mind and find him. You like, if he summons you all, you'll feel him, and like you all felt a pull to here, but you don't just like know where he is.
Okay.
He did. I mean, he told you guys. You overheard where he was going. You overheard his mission and stuff. But
okay,
yeah.
I will just convey that to him.
Okay, if you explain that, Etienne says, interesting. All right. And Wednesday says, sir, I think perhaps you should just wait, sir. I'm sure he'll be back in due time. I'm sure we can find a good diversion for you here, if you're growing restless.
Cheater.
Perhaps there's something you need from your wife. She could entertain you. Now that things are settled, I'm not sure we even need her assistance any longer. He'll say, oh, you don't... Is she not doing a good job for you? Oh, sir, she's been adequate. Surprisingly. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I would not want her to be a problem for anyone. He kind of gives you this like smirk of like, you know, a smirk of like, don't worry, baby, we're doing whatever we're doing. But there's definitely an energy there.
Sarah doesn't pick up on it. She doesn't know.
Understood.
She's naive.
Well, in that case, I'm going to leave this up to... Why don't you roll a d13 for me, in fact, Lauren? This will sort of this is going to make a decision for Etienne if you're not going to weigh in on this subject too much.
It seems normal to her. To Lauren,
I get it. Yeah.
12.
12? 12 is as good as he... Oh, Etienne is a good at things, son of a bitch, isn't he? Etienne will sort of pause and say, There is an advantage to... There could be an advantage to going and assisting him in whatever it is he is up to. But if I were to leave and miss his return, this would be most problematic. I know what I can try. I'm going to try to, Wednesday, is there a chamber I could use for performing of some simple rituals? She says, yes, sir, I can show you to it, sir. Very good. And she says, turns back to Sarah. Can you see to their needs?
Of course.
Good. She just marches away with Etienne.
Cheaters.
He's just going to assume the best.
In the meantime, however, they both seem like they are stopping for the evening. Gonna take a break, perhaps even go, sleep and such.
If there's anything I can help you with, I'm happy to assist. It appears the schnitzel is all gone. Is there anything?
Solomon is just playing with the leaves in Ingrid's hair. He's like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm entertaining myself right now."
Okay.
He is exquisite at this moment. Oh, your fingers are like the tendril roots of a tree, but with the rhythm of a very moving tree.
You want to know something? That's not the first time I've heard that.
Oh, I bet it won't be the last either, although maybe it will be the last you've heard someone say that while you're alive.
Ingrid, we are keeping them as is for now.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware, but just because we're not biting them yet doesn't mean I can't imagine what his neck will feel like on my teeth.
Of course. Felix, is there anything that you need?
Oh, I don't need anything. I'm just wanting to get through this book and have my dear brother who's brutally murdered come back to me soon. I am fine. Just leave me alone. Really.
So Felix, you want to press on and keep working?
Absolutely. I was born to read. My legs don't work as good as... They've never worked very good, but my eyes are exquisite. And my brain, it is really a special thing when it comes to interpreting prose.
Oh, that is wonderful to hear. And my brain is like being mulched right now by the strong hands of this dancer human boy. So in this, we are having something in common, yeah?
I have heard many, many women scream just as you are in his flat next to mine.
Oh, I don't doubt this for a moment.
Guys, stop. Stop. But I'll also stay with Felix. I feel like if I leave him alone for too long, he's gonna think I was brutally murdered, and he'll never stop talking about it.
I have
Understood.
separation anxiety.
And she will say,
I can
"Oh,
tell.
Then this is a rare boon for me this evening as well. I am most appreciative of remaining here in the presence of these two wonderful living reader boys." Yeah.
Could you do me a favor, Ingrid? Could you just massage right here on my neck?
Ingrid goes full like 80s comedy and she goes, "Sure, no problem." But since she's a vampire, the fang goes like through the finger. But she gets back behind him and she's just... She begins to massage your hands with these, like, almost like barky, sappy hands. And she's... Oh no, his heart! I can feel his heart beating through my little undead plant-like fingers. This is, oh my god, temptation. Thy name is Solomon.
Yes, and he shall remain a temptation and a temptation only.
Oh no, yes, I certainly don't want to fuck up like you did, Sarah. That was so embarrassing when you bit that guy you weren't supposed to. Oh, I know how bad it would be if I bite this man on his beautiful throat.
Hey, and I was only going for the barrel.
I can hear them saying this, right?
Yes, they're happy to talk about this.
I was not intending to go for his throat. It was just so close to the little barrel on his neck, and then it just...
That's what they all say. In any
Felix,
case, you've surely given up on your former vampiric master, yeah, and you've traded all in for Dracula.
And what have you done?
Right now, I only have eyes for Solomon.
Okay, well, and Felix, I'm so sorry that your brother was brutally murdered, and I'm so glad that this is helping you on your journey of grief.
I don't know if anything can truly help me on this journey, because it is lonely and it is a long road, and I will be completely devastated unless he returns. But thank you for your sentiments. It was mediocre.
I mean, Felix, if I could recommend, this massage is pretty bomb. You should probably get one.
Oh, two at once. I'm not even sure I could handle that.
I can assist if you would like a massage.
Yeah, I don't think I want a massage because she's like trying to she's like hungry for you at the same time. Like she's trying to.
I very am. This is a very like erotic plus sort of gourmet massage for me. It is so tempting.
And Felix, I'm not hungry for you at all.
Nobody is hungry for me anymore.
Well, of course she's not. She fed on that nice Francis Brannigan boy.
Well, I'm sure if it's any consolation, I believe that you would taste absolutely delicious. But I do not hunger for you. But I am here to assist.
Hungers for something, yeah. And King Adelard suddenly sort of, what is it, this hunger you all speak of? I was hungry for those dancings that I saw, and then made merriment, and then I've been having a very long argument with this bee who believes he's a king here. Well, I'm a king. What are you talking about? I am a king. I know you're a king, but there isn't really a king bee. Well, yes, I am the king bee. That's what I'm called. No, I'm the honeybee king. It was my name. People called me such a thing. Blah, blah, blah.
Felix, can you control these guys? You're the one who summoned them.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry about this. Like, I wasn't trying to get the same guy twice. That's why I'm reading even more.
Same guy? We're not the same guy at all. I'm a human. Yes, and I'm a king bee. It's very clear which one of us is what.
Tell me, what is your, like, motivation, like, each of you? What's the
Well,
most important thing for you?
Well, what I want is to get the queen bee's honey. And what I want is to get nefarious to perform magic for me. Yes.
So it's basically the same thing, am I right?
What? Not at all. I don't care about honey, unless by honey you metaphorically mean nefarious' magic. And
Absolutely.
I don't mean nefarious' magic. I don't even know who that is. Unless by that you literally mean I want honey, then yes, I do.
Your Majesty, what magic are you hoping for Anaphias to perform?
Yes, that's very good. And Felix, actually, you know all of this. But King Adelard is after a rather sort of common, sort of trope of sort of unwise monarchs or figures who sort of seek magical ends to things. What King Adelard seeks is what is called the Master Crown. He is attempting to receive a crown that could be put on his head that would grant immortal life, immunity to all disease, mastery of magic, mastery of the world. It pretty much makes you a god.
Pretty dope.
And that is something that you know from the poem. That's what Anaphias was sort of claiming that Anaphias was attempting to craft for him.
Yeah, he's like trying to be like godlike with the Master Crown. It's a little over the top for me, and the magic is like kind of like basic.
No,
but-
it is basic. It's the most puissant magic there exists. Oh, it almost sounds as good as the queen bee's honey, except it's not honey. So who gives a flying wing about it?
What if I could like bring Anaphias here? What would you think about that?
I would like that very much. Then I could finally get my master crown from her. Yes. And don't bring her wife. She's too distracted by that wife of hers.
What is her wife like? Like in your opinion?
Her wife is Ula. She is very, I don't know, she's a distraction. She keeps Anaphias from doing what I want, which means I don't care for her.
A little triangle.
And yet, Felix, you know that Ula is hung. Or she's found hanged, rather. I always say hung, it's hanged. In the story, they find her hanged.
I read it wrong the first time, but oh, how tragic.
Yeah.
Felix is not interested in King Adelard or the King Bee and just puts his nose in the book again.
Understood. Sarah, do you keep talking to the King Adelard? Do you think?
Yes, she does, because she's desperate for friends.
Now
She can talk without being called a bug.
If you keep talking to him, he will mention, however, there is another figure in his court. Sort of kind of someone on the same level as the high magician, like the court mage. Someone called the Keeper. And the Keeper, as far as he can sort of describe to you, is also trouble to his ends. He'll start telling you a little bit about the Keeper, just kind of, but most of it is just huffing and puffing. But as this goes on, we're going to cut outside this hall as a trio walks up towards it. Penny, who looks very nervous, the peddler, who has a lot of stuff clanking on her back, and Chinks Woodley, who is just far out.
We're good, baby. We're so good.
The peddler says, okay, so it's in this building that has the line of vampires stretching around the block. And Penny goes, yeah. The peddler says, okay, all right. And they know who you are in there, is that correct? Penny's like, yeah, she says, okay. Checks.
Yeah, dude, what's up?
Roll me a d13. This is a luck roll on behalf of the peddler to see if she has the perfect thing in her bag.
That's an 8.
An 8? Got it. An 8 means she will have... Oh, I know what this will be. Actually, this is good because this is helpful, but not perfect. She will say, okay. I do have a little tincture of a potion here, Penny. If you drink this, it's going to make your heart stop beating, your skin grow pale, and some little fangs stick down. For all intents and purposes, you'll be a vampire for about 2 hours. So hopefully if you get in this line, you'll be called in by then. Here's the thing. It'll also make you look different, so maybe they won't recognize you. But I only have 1 dose. So perhaps I'll give you this. You can get in the line, and maybe Chenks and I can try to get in through other means. Because if you get caught in there, they'll know you and they'll know something's up. Remember, we're trying to have no reference to you.
Do I know, like, if they're letting, like, because they're like letting students in the library, right?
It appears that the only people who are being made to wait are vampires, who seem to be getting the first rate, and occasionally a vampire gets to go in.
Okay.
Although
I mean-
Shanks, you know what? If you sort of care about this, if you want to analyze this plan,
I don't know if caring is like
then
caring's strong.
tell you what,
but,
give an
like,
investigation roll just to see.
I would love to. What number is that? Okay, that.
Got
Cool.
a -1 on investigation.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Beautiful. Then Shanks, you have no. I will simply phrase it like this: the peddler is too busy wondering about the possibilities. Penny's too busy being scared, and Shanks, you're too busy. I don't know, thinking about
Vibing.
God,
Busy vibing.
just vibing, to realize that the vampires seem to be in very irritated spirits and have not been let in a while because Dracula hasn't been there to, like, you know, greet them. So, effectively, unbeknownst to you, the peddler is suggesting that she disguise Penny as a vampire so she'll go in through the ride, and then the two of you try to go in just like...
Well, but I'm like, look, dude, like, man, like, if like I'm a student, I can just like go in, right?
Yes. Yes. Precisely. So Shanks will go in. Perhaps I can go in as your guest. Shanks.
I mean, would you like to come in with me?
Why are you saying it so weird?
Because if I ask you to go in, then you'll be my guest.
Okay, then yes.
Great, you're my guest, man.
She kind of looks over to a Penny and goes, "Meat shield." She then pulls out a vial and says, "Okay, Penny, drink this." "Oh, all my packs. I can't not have my packs. Damn. Well, we'll see if I can get in with my packs." Penny drinks this potion, taking some liberties with Liv's character here, and Penny transforms. Her hair changes color. She gets this like big like black cloak. There's kind of magic all over this, you know, real polyjuice potion kind of situation. She suddenly looks like a vampire.
While this is happening, while the peddler's giving Penny the potion, can I cast false life on myself and try and like not let them notice?
I will say you absolutely can do that. You since you're proficient in sleight of hand and they're distracted, I will say you're able to do that without any
Oh, it's a 4. Cool.
4. Great.
So I get 8 temporary hit points. Cool.
Beautiful. That's considerable at your
Yeah.
level. So she's kind of like, all right. Okay, but on my packs. Well, this may be a problem. Let's try. And you guys begin to walk up to the steps. Penny, meanwhile, takes her back, you know, ends up far in the back here of the line. Shanks and the peddler, however, walk up to the steps, and as you reach there is a woman in a bat-themed bikini, just like grooving and dancing, and the vampires near her are like, "But when can we enter?" And she's like, "Whenever somebody tells me that you can. And until then, just enjoy the show." 2, 3. Oh my gosh, a living one. Hi, are you like a student here? I don't remember you. I think I would.
I mean, yeah, like, look, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't spend a lot of time in the library, but
Understood.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that also is weird that I haven't seen you because I don't spend time in libraries either, except for this one where I spent like most of my time.
Oh, well then it makes sense. We would never our paths throughout like the space-time continuum, like the worms that we make, would never have like
Totally.
interwoven.
You can go in, and the vampire's like, "This is madness," but because only vampires have to check in with your new king. 3, 4, and 1. What ends you?
And she's with me, so she can come in too, right?
She kind of looks at the peddler for the first time and goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. She does not look like a student." Continuing education? I don't know what that is.
You know, like how like people want to learn even when they're not like 18.
Wait, everyone here is 18, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Oh, thank God.
I
That could be a problem.
I look at the nearest vampire. I'm like, you're 18, right?
I am 651 years old.
Is that a prime number?
What?
Is that a prime number?
Well, let's see. Carry the Who here knows the 17 times tables? The vampires begin arguing over what's a prime number. The voluptuous bikini team dancer goes, the only thing prime here is my body. Oh yeah.
I'll say.
3, 4, and go. 2, 3, 4, and do the spin around and dance and dance and dance and dance. She'll pause though and say, but wait a second. Okay. I gotta get Wednesday about this one. And she says, nobody enter. And then she walks into the place.
While she goes, I look at the pet like, so like, where are we going in there anyway?
All right, if we get separated, we're looking for records. Understand? We're looking for
Like
records.
rock and roll or like?
Oh, Meat Shield. What we're looking for are records. I need you to remember. Oh, but I don't want you to remember the names. Okay, Chenks, do you think you're someone who could remember something for a little bit and then forget it forever?
What are we doing?
Yes, Chenks. Here's the names you're looking for records of. Bradley and Penny.
Okay.
But don't remember those names too good and don't say them to anyone. Do you understand?
Cool. Yes.
So if we get separated, your mission is to find those names.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Got you.
Oh boy. We'd better not get separated. And at this point, the voluptuous bikini team dancer is coming back, but she is not with Wednesday. Instead, she's with a woman wearing kind of like short rolled up khaki shorts and like a sort of like safari shirt tied bared midriff, and the visionary kind of glides there as well. But it also is all bat themed somehow. I don't know. They're vampires. Anyway, the two of them sort of come up to the door, and the visionary goes, "Well, we have some new visitors who are actually allowed to enter, huh? Oh, yes, look at you. Oh, I bet you have..." And you notice she does a camera with it. She goes, "You have incredible features. I'd love to take your picture."
Like magazine features?
Yes. Magazine features. But
Okay.
Is this who you had a problem with? And the voluptuous bikini team dancer goes, "No. Clearly I'd have a problem with the old-fashioned lady with a million bags." And she kind of like looks around you and goes, "Oh. Are you a mistwalker by any chance?" And the peddler goes, "Yes." And she'll say, "Okay. 1 second." And the two of them start like kibbutzing. Shanks, make a perception check just to see if you can even hear them, sort of, you know.
Natural 20, baby. Natural 20 for a 19.
Oh, poor Chinks. I will say that as you're sort of hearing them chat, even I'm gonna kick it up with the natural 20 part. You overhear them the gist of it is like the voluptuous bikini team dancer saying like, "Yeah, like I thought those were important, and I bet our super hot daddy husband would want them in, but also maybe he wouldn't when he's not here." And the visionary's like, "Oh, believe me, they can cause so much trouble. Maybe I should pose for a photo." No, you can't have it be that way. Also, I just realized we're both from Voluptua. I know. That's why we're both so good at sex. Oh my god, you're right. Our daddy husband is so lucky. Stop calling him that. It's weird. He's our daddy vampire lord. Okay, yeah, that is hotter, actually. We need to talk to Wednesday, because clearly she's the only one of the three of us who kind of knows what's going on. Well, she knows what's going on about stuff that isn't about sex. Haha, true. Or dancing. Or photos. Haha, yeah, totally. Okay. They're just having this conversation. Are you raising your hand to them?
I'm just standing with my hand up.
They turn back and go, and the voluptuous bikini team dancer goes, "Yes, student?
If I'm gonna,
I will take my top off if you ask, yes."
Oh, sick. Okay. I mean, that feels like I feel like we should at least like light up together or something first. But like, maybe like, can I like if she is like gonna have to wait out here for a little bit, like 5 more minutes, can I go in and just like go to the bathroom and like wait for her inside?
Sure. That's totally fine. You can go wherever you want. And excuse me, Miss Walker, like, we're so welcome for you to come in. We're not sure if you're allowed at this moment. And the peddler goes, That's okay. Perhaps I could interest you in some, let's see, I have a few edible underwear, and these are flavored lubricants, and they both just like, and they just descend upon the peddler, like their fangs out, like, yes, tell us what you have to sell. So Chenks, you may enter.
Yeah. All right. So the first things first, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then when I'm done there, and wash my hands with soap and water, I will look for some place where there might be like office work stuff.
Oh my god. All right, buddy boy. Here we go. Chenks, my dear friend. The problem is in this game, it is a survival roll. That's
okay.
That's what it is.
Great. That's a 14 with a -1. That's a dirty 13.
Dirty 13. A dirty 13.
That's dirty little 13 right there.
Oh, man. A 13 is not terrible. I think that you have a pretty quick. You sort of peruse. There's a desk where there's this guy like Joe Hook, who just looks very like nervous, and he's got like a sort of mustache, and he's just, can I help you with something? Are you a student here?
Yeah. I'm looking for some records.
Oh.
Like, I was told to like get some records and like just like look over them.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I guess. Yeah. Whatever. What the fuck's it matter? He kind of reaches into his desk and pulls out some keys and says, "Come on, I'll take you."
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. No
I
problem.
got like I got a little bit left on this if you want to hit.
Honestly, that would be like, I'm on edge right now. Thank you.
Yeah, here you go, dude.
He'll
I'll like light
it's
up.
a cigarette. Sorry. Well, here.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
I like-
No filter. He. Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's that actually made me feel a little better.
Yeah, dude, it makes me feel good all the time.
Here,
So-
well, all right. I almost want to tell you this is dangerous what you're looking at, kid.
Why?
Everything in this place is dangerous, but this is a particularly dangerous area.
If I gotta go, I gotta go. Okay, but we're here. Let's.
Fair enough. He sort of walks you through a room, and you enter, and you see that Solomon and Felix are sort of sitting there. You guys look up and see that Joe has entered, and he has a student with him. And he'll say, "Where's No one's seen Professor Charles around, right?"
Professor Charles.
That fucker's not here right now.
Yeah, all right. It's too bad. I guess I gotta do this myself. He kind of looks at Sarah kind of nervously. He then looks at like the characters all gathered over there somewhere. He's like, okay.
Whoa, that's cool, dude.
Is that Chinks?
What's? Hey, do I know you, dude? Oh, hey, what's? Oh, I'm so. Oh, dude, I feel really bad. Remind me what your name is again.
That's why I fucking love Chinks.
I get that a lot, to be honest, man.
Like meeting a new person every time. It's me, Solomon.
It's like
And,
meeting a new person every time.
Solomon, my man.
Oh no.
You know Felix over there? Dead brother guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, Felix, German guy.
Yeah, like, yeah,
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm not so good. My brother was, clearly brutally murdered, and I'm here alone reading books in the library. It's just, I
Dude,
mean,
well, like reading is like therapeutic and a great escape for like when you're feeling bad things. So like, I think that's great that you're like kind of trying to like find ways to like heal yourself because it sounds like a real bad time, man.
yeah,
like- You ever like put yourself into like, you ever get real invested in a story and then it's like you're diving in and like your mind's eye is in the pages and then you get like to the end of the book and like the real friends were the friends you made along the way.
yeah, like I didn't know you were like this deep, but I completely understand what you mean. It's all I have these days. It's my books,
Yeah.
my poems.
Dude, I get that so much. Like, I like to think like my little joints are my poems. And like when I get to the end of those, the friends I made along the way were the best friends I could have made in the first place.
Like your joints are your friends. Like it sounds lonely to me in a way.
But I share them with other real friends whose names like I don't know. Solomon, like I vaguely recall you, but you look way too fit to like have like smoked with me before.
Excuse me. Your joints help you make friends.
Yeah. What's up, lady? You ever smoked a little bit? You don't sound like you sound like a little too uptight to have like smoked.
Oh no,
No offense, dude.
No, I've been around pipes and such, but you said joints. Do you mean your elbows and your knees? They help you make friends.
No. It's like the herb, man. You know, like the green.
Oh well,
It's a specific type of plant that you smoke to make you feel special.
Dude, that's so clear and like direct, dude. That's awesome.
Well,
I have a question. Can
Please.
Sarah pluck the flowers from her hair, or are
Yeah,
they like?
you can. I think didn't like Wednesday rip some out earlier when she was punching you?
Well, yeah, but she was being mean and that hurt.
It hurt, but you can do it. And maybe you like the
I mean, hey, pulling your hair hurts, but you know.
Not when people are being mean to me.
Exactly.
So Sarah will think, oh, smoking plants. I don't know if.
I
Love making friends and having fun.
We can smoke Sarah. I don't know if I want to explore that.
I'm gonna be really honest. Like normally when I get it, it's at the long end of like a stage of like it's been like dried out and harvested and like weighed out in little plastic bags. So like I don't like get it fresh from the source.
Well, here. And she'll tuck it behind his ear and say, you can save that for later then.
Thank you.
Welcome.
But yeah, we never smoked before, Chinks. But you did hang outside my room for like an hour, and I just feel like we had a real bond talking through the door.
Was that when we were talking talking about testicular torsion?
You know, that was the third time you did it.
Okay.
That was the third time.
Okay.
Ingrid says, all right, I'm going to be honest with you right now, Solomon, as I massage your sweet, perfect pulsing neck.
I'm
As
surprised
much
you're
as-
still doing that.
Oh, believe me, it is. I want to be doing so much more. But as much as I love hearing these very erotic discussions of you people being alive and having blood inside you and testicular torsion, I have to say, you are kind of killing my lady garden, if you take my meaning, by this talk of smoking and burning plants. I am not loving this part.
I'm so sorry. Look, let's keep going. Solomon, dude, next time we'll get at it, dude.
Next time. Oh, by the way, this is Ingrid. She's
Yes, I'm
one of my vampires.
He looks so good. He looks so delectable.
Thanks, Sarah. It's lovely to meet you, Chinks.
Yeah, my name's Chinks. Yeah,
What's
Chinks
an
Woodley.
interesting name. I've never heard any like it.
Me neither. Except for mine.
Yes, that is your name.
Yeah.
Solomon.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you roll me a d13? So roll a 20 until you're under 13 or under. I feel like his d20 rolls high because every time it takes him so many tries to do this.
12.
12.
Ooh.
Very good. Ingrid, oh god, she wants to bite you. But honestly, her talking about smoking plants, she is kind of like, yeah, you know what? I can step away from this now. Yeah, I can have a little control.
Always been a plant.
What?
But because I haven't always been like this.
Oh, yeah. Well, neither have I suppose. I was once just sort of a, milkmaid.
Oh, how long ago?
Who could say? I only measure my time in beers.
How many beers have you had?
Oh, I don't drink them. I just measure time in them.
In like in an hourglass with beer.
Well, a beer glass. We call it the Stein.
How do you measure time in a stein?
If I could save time in a Stein, the first thing that I'd like to do. Anyway, as this
If I
conversation
could turn back Stein. Sorry, like, I guess. And scene. Okay. Can we go? Sorry, I feel weird now. Because I was making Ingrid uncomfortable, and I don't like that. And it was really like, killing the vibe. So I'm going to keep moving if that's okay, and I will see you all
yeah.
later when our temporal worms intersect again.
All right. You haven't.
So much about the universe. Temporal worms.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, it's like fried, like kind of like sushi. You get it like usually shrimp and
funny.
vegetables.
Poor Joe Hook is just like, all right, let's go on up there.
Shanks totally makes women watch Donnie Darko with him on the first date.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Shanks has.
You're too young.
All right, so this was a nice thing. Solomon and Felix, neither of you are moved to follow Chenks where he goes. Is that correct?
I'm reading.
I love it. So Chenks will head upstairs with Joe. You guys walk up sort of a set of stairs. You kind of go up some other stuff. Joe's just taking you a somewhat circuitous route. You do pass a door that has a lock on it that very distinctly looks like a vulva. This is the Voluptuan collection.
Yeah.
And he'll sort of lead you past that, and he'll sort of pause and say, there actually are a couple of records in there, but you want the serious records, right?
Yeah, like with like people who have been through here and stuff like that.
Medina. Okay. Yeah.
Like, like students and stuff like that.
Only Medina. I
What?
think.
Who?
She was a student with let's see.
Isn't that like
with Felix and Sophie and Bradley and Penny and
Yeah, where are those all at?
the records.
Yeah.
This way. He'll sort of keep leading you down the hallway. You come to another door that is locked, but Chenks, your passive's only 9.
Yeah, baby.
Then better roll me a D13 to see if luck lets you hear something anyway.
Oh, God. 5.
You can tell that there are some people in one of the doors you're passing by. There are people in that room, but they're not talking distinctively.
The thing about rooms is sometimes they have people in them.
So yeah, you don't hear Etienne saying, "This will actually work better if you were willing to remove your dress." When he says, "Well, sir, if I must, I'm more than willing to do whatever you need." But eventually, you kind of walk a little further up and eventually find come to another door. It's unlike the other doors, this one is very, very well locked. There are serious locks on it, and also some sort of arcane stuff. And basically, in a very complicated sort of way, Joe he'll like put a key in a lock and turn it, move it aside, and then sort of hold up another key and like wave it in a very specific way, and you see a little like glowing sigil sort of like flash and then dim.
Whoa, dude, that like
It's a lot of
that
art.
was better weed than I thought.
It's better. Oh no, that's not the. That it's magic. They have some arcane locks on these doors. Okay. Oh no.
What?
I rolled a 13 because everything is cool for me. So basically chunks. Because the fun thing for me,
It's not chunks.
well, not yet. What's cool for me is that if I roll a 13, when I'm rolling for bad guys, a 12 can be great, but a 13 could also just be great because it's like bad for the players.
But it's bad for the bad guys, right?
No. So, as you guys are there at the door, it's taking him a minute. There is a creature who can be very, very, very quiet when he wants to be. Who can silence his rasping, ragged breathing. His shuffling steps can just be absorbed in the carpet when he smells something interesting, and he has smelled a very powerful new odor as soon as it crossed the threshold of this place. It
Like
spread
skunk.
itself around. There's this skunk-like smell. A real sticky icky, and he is just creeping down the hall. At length, the final lock is turned, and Joe opens the door. What you see in this room before you is a very nice, like very fancy sort of reading room. It seems clean, but something about it's upsetting. It's like old-fashioned kind of mishmash of cabinets and old things. There is a single window letting in kind of dim gray light, you know. It's misty outside, and it's like a halogen bulb reflected in there. Like there's like an overhead light, but it's just kind of the whole thing has an eerie presence. There are several cages, and they have books inside of them. And Shanks, you do notice that one of them, in a locked cage, is a leather-bound tome with gold numbers on the outside, gold Roman numerals, XIII.
Yeah, sick. It's Exy.
What? Oh no, it means that. Anyway, records are here.
Yeah.
He kind of takes out, sort of goes to this other cabinet and pulls out a box from it and kind of says, "Are you wanted? I mean, I believe this is the record that she was looking at.
What she was looking at?
The Medina was looking at, yeah."
Were there the students' names in there? I want to see who else has been here.
Records. Oh no, record. Oh no, that would be at the registrar's office.
Oh, let's go back down there then. But like the record's here, right?
You don't mean a record album. You mean a no.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
of any records here unless Professor Charles has some, but I haven't seen him.
Well, where's Professor Charles? Can we go find him?
I was looking for that. Oh, sweet. So silently does the ghoul do his dark business that neither of you even hears the heavily locked door being pulled closed behind you. But then, Shanks, then you do hear this. This odd, inhuman noise. Make a perception check.
5.
Great. You look around and see nothing. Joe Hook is also... Did you hear that?
Yeah. Are you hungry, dude?
The door's closed. Oh my god, the door's closed.
What's wrong with it?
Well, the keys, there's a way to do it from, and he sort of walks over to he begins to walk to the door. I'm gonna say you're evens and he's odds. He walks to the door, and as he's halfway there, suddenly the ghoul just with this kind of, like this exaggerated, this black and white creature just reaches for him and like pulls him like behind some of those cabinets, and the cabinets are shaking, and you're seeing
I turn invisible.
And guts. Oh, you turn invisible. I love it. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. I love it. Okay, so Chenks turns invisible. So basically, Chenks, you're like, and you see that like there's like shaking and blood, and all this kind of like, like blood is like sprayed over the walls and splashes across that cage and onto the Book of 13. As Joe is like, oh my god, no, you gotta not. Where's Wednesday, no. But then everything grows still.
Can I like put the? I mean, I don't know what this record is, but it's like as long as I got something, I might take it. Can I put it in my backpack?
Yes, like you could put the box in your backpack, sure.
Yeah. And then can I go to the window and go out the window?
Oh man, this is tricky. I've always pictured this as like a high, like narrow window, like a shining down light, to be like literally not to give you no escape, but to be like, that's like the vibe of the room is like a thing of light. So if you want to try to get out of it, first give me a luck roll to see if you even think you could fit.
I mean, Shanks is like one of those stoner dudes, like wears like the oversized like hoodies, but there's like a string bean underneath.
Sure.
11.
What it's going to require, Chenks, that is not impossible for you, but will be a thing, is to get up to it. You might need to you'll either need to drag furniture over and climb onto that, or you'll need to do some acrobatics up. The acrobatics would be less detectable, but would be a much harder thing to achieve, whereas the dragging something over would give an indication as to your location, but you would be able to sort of get up there and then just do an easy.
There's like a chair that I can pick up and bring over there that wouldn't be as heavy.
Yeah, a chair would help. A chair will still require some jumping. Like if you bring the table over, there won't be jumping.
I mean, I think a chair would be easiest because it's less detectable.
Okay. So through the power of weed, Chenks has turned invisible. Dragged a chair over.
Gateway drug to Satan's magic, kids.
Make a stealth roll with advantage.
With advantage? Ooh, I'm good at these.
You're invisible.
Well, but that's right, I am invisible.
Yeah. That's the reason why.
That's an 18.
With an 18, you do manage to drag the chair very quietly. And right as you're you've now got it under the window, it's still going to be a bit of a jumping up and stuff thing, but you can kind of do some stuff. You also, Chenks, with your 11, you do think this window can open. You see there's some opening mechanism, but you're not sure. It's not an open window. There's gonna be, yeah.
That's one step at a time, brother.
Exactly. Okay, so you're kind of getting up there. You've got this thing in your backpack. Once you get over there, you do see the ghoul stepping out from behind the area and looking around with confusion of silent movie level acting. So the confusion looks... You almost expect that, actually, Chenks,
I see it. There's probably some like line cards that pop up.
A card pops up,
Yeah.
and it says there's a black, like the world turns black for a moment. There's like film scratches on it and like a white sort of curlicue border, and right in the center in an italicized font, it said in quotation marks, it says, "What the deuce?" You actually no, it. Damn it! It wouldn't say that. What it would say would be rah 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 rah. In any case, he's looking around, very confused. You're going to climb up on the chair now.
Yeah, dude.
Great. You step up on the chair, and you get up there. If you reach your arm up, you're about like a foot shy of the bottom of the window.
All right. I'll just like shimmy on up there.
Great. So, give me an athletics.
Could be like acrobatics or like.
It could, sure, acrobatics or athletics.
I mean, it's literally a difference of 1, so like it's a 5% difference, but like
No,
whatever.
Every little bit helps.
17, baby.
17. So you do manage to just kind of jump kind of up, and you're gonna have to pull yourself up there. You begin to pull, but then you hear something that is an unwelcome sound. Almost like a dog sniffing, sensing that there's something there. He's moving around, kind of going to the table where you were, but he's not at you yet. And you might think he might have heard the sound of your hands, like getting onto the windowsill up there, but he doesn't seem to know where you are as of yet.
I'm gonna like try and quietly open the window then.
Understood. Make a sleight of hand roll. Oh, you have proficient in this.
Yeah. It's a 4.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's a sort of fun energy of this, because you basically reach up and kind of like there's like a little sort of like crank type thing, and since you're also looking from below, you're kind of pulling yourself up and you grab this.
Wait, am I not up there yet? I thought I had gotten up there.
Well, what you're trying to do is climb up to a like 1.5 foot wide window.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's like the window I'm talking about is like a one of those, like, those aren't dormer windows, are there?
Yeah,
What are those
I
called?
don't know.
It's like a single creepy window that's just like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So you're kind of go up there, you're up there, and you've got there. So you're reaching up and you're gonna like try to crank it open. As you do so, the sound that makes as you sort of grab this thing and kind of like make noise as you're doing it is this like this kind of almost like magical alarm, as if this highly defended room is also defended against, like somebody flying in that. So there's kind of a sense of like, oh, okay. And at that, the ghoul begins marching sort of around the room, very creepily.
I just gotta go faster then.
Understood. We will. I'm gonna cut back to the others just briefly, just to up the tension and let them say some. I don't know. Just let them say some more very strange stuff. Oh, Chenks, we'll leave with this. One thing you do see on this up here, though, is there is a keyhole, like on the part of it that you're like trying to open, and you look back and see, like, soaked in blood, like laying in the middle of the floor, are Joe Hook's keys. That's the horror movie way to do it. That's the tension ramper. Yeah, okay. So downstairs, Sarah, Solomon, and Felix. Chenks showed up. That made for an interesting sort of moment. But by and large, since then, Ingrid is kind of staying away from Solomon. Sarah, there's part of you who's like wondering, like, why are Etienne and Wednesday still gone?
I was just going to say, At least Wednesday should have come back. So, just out of curiosity, this is not metagaming at all.
Sure.
Also, Sarah's just wondering if this ritual is over. So she will say, "Excuse me, I would like to go just check on the ritual and my husband, if you'll pardon me, unless there's anything that anyone needs."
You can go, Ladybug.
Thank you. That's such a lovely name. I've never heard of a ladybug. I've never even seen one. What does it look like?
Like red with black spots. But Felix will find you a picture in a book.
Yeah, they have plenty here. Encyclopedia.
That's very true. Thank you so much for your infinite knowledge.
But Sarah,
Yes.
that man's probably cheating on you. I'm just gonna say.
What do you mean?
No. You.
I don't understand.
I'm just gonna pat her on the head and say, "It's fine. It's fine. It's fine."
Okay.
Is cheating a word that she would know?
I think you understand the implications.
Okay. Oh, well, Okay. And she'll now progress on, perhaps quicker than she would have before.
Okay. Great. So the boys keep reading or keep sitting in the library.
I'm trying to read.
Perfect. Yeah, if Felix is reading, you might as well read. Sarah, you get upstairs. You believe he's up here somewhere. Let me see. God, what would I mean, it wouldn't necessarily even be track. Yeah, your navigate and track are both not great. I'll let you just do a listen. See if you can hear anything. Remember, we have 3 different systems being used right now amongst these 4 players.
Regular success.
Regular success. I will say that if you get up to... You knew he was going upstairs. You knew she was sort of leading him there. So if you get up there and you listen carefully, you can actually hear Etienne's voice. It's quiet. You're not even sure exactly which door it's behind, but as you sort of walk to some, some are locked, some have keyholes that look like female anatomy. But one door that is closed, you can tell that Etienne is behind. And he's currently, if you sort of get close to it, he's currently saying, "Yes, this... Oh yes, this will be something truly magnificent. This will be a feat for the ages, I think. Perhaps this
Is there a keyhole or...
luck roll. Which for you is not a D13, sadly.
Right. Okay. Damn it! 84.
You can push your luck.
No.
Go ahead, push your luck.
Wait, what do I have to do? I forget.
Just re-roll it, but if you fail again, it's like bad.
Okay. Hold on. Use another set. Oh my god, I'm so anxious for her. Okay. Oh, okay. 47.
So you basically you're like you try to look for what you don't see, but then you're like, oh, I see, and it's like further over on the door, and you peer through, and what you see through the keyhole is Wednesday Line, who is her body is like a line, and yet she's also really hot right now because she's a vampire. It's like ballerina, just like ballerina, sort of incredibly sort of like she is just completely naked. And she's standing with her arms, she's standing like legs sort of together, standing like this with her arms outspread in the middle of the room, and all her flesh on display with this kind of like come hither smile. Her nipples are...
No!
Okay. She's got an old-timey... Never mind, you're fine.
Can I try to open the door?
You can.
And I would like to say, she tries to open it with the amount of force that if it doesn't unlock, she'll
That it
try
would
to
break.
break the door anyway. Yeah.
Go ahead and in that case, go ahead, just throw a strength roll on there. That's fine. In your orange boxes at the top.
Oh, okay. Well, 36. So that's a hard
A
success.
hard success. So Sarah just like throws open the door, just kind of grabs it and just
I don't even want this for her.
just pushes it open. The door was not locked, so you just like push it really that. And in fact, as you do so, several papers kind of go flying. You see that in the room there are some candles lit. A couple of those snuff out as well. And Wednesday standing amidst like various like chalk sigils that have been drawn on the ground. And Etienne kind of goes, "What are you? What, Sarah? What have you? What have you done? I'm in the midst of performing a ritual." And you, the cat. Wednesday, forgive me, I believe we're going to have to start over. And she says, "That's all right, sir. I can stay like this for as long as you need." She looks right at Sarah.
Forgive
Sir.
Wednesday. You're asking Wednesday's pardon. For
Yes,
this?
because Wednesday is performing a complex role for this ritual. And you were busy. I could have asked you, my dear, but you were busy escorting the gentleman. And she says, "Yes, this is... I'm trying to reach my husband, so I'm a much better candidate."
I had been relieved of my duties and was made to think that I should stay there out of courtesy, as a refined woman would do. You could have asked me
Yes,
to do this.
she is a more fitting conduit, Sarah, because she is married to the one I seek. Have you been with Dracula in a carnal fashion?
Well, no, but
Well, there you go.
my love, you know that I wouldn't ever be jealous of anything like this as long as I was informed.
Oh.
But this feels like a deception. This feels like you went behind my back. And what else did this ritual entail?
He sort of sets down whatever like magical chalk and sort of stuff that he's doing, and he walks up to you. And he sort of leans down and goes, "My wife, I wish for you to know something. I do not care if you are jealous or not. All I care is that you are obedient and clever and beautiful for me. Your behavior since we've arrived at this place has not been pleasing to me. Has it been pleasing to you, Wednesday?" And Wednesday says, "No, sir, it has not been." And she smiles. He says, "Sarah, first things first, please apologize to Miss Line. Tell her you are sorry for disrupting this ritual."
I'm sorry, Wednesday, for disrupting this ritual.
Don't even worry about it, Buck. Etienne says, "That is better. Now, there is nothing untoward going on here. If you would like to remain and assist with the ritual, however, this would be appreciated. But if you have other duties to perform,
I have other duties.
Very good. Then allow us to catch up on the time we have lost due to your disruptive entrance."
She will curtsy deeply. Oh, God! She will curtsy deeply in front of Etienne and say, "I'm sorry for disrupting you, my husband, my love."
Of
And
course.
she'll put her hand on his face. and exit out the door and gently close it.
Mhm.
But there will be, hold on. But she'll feel it shut, and she'll grip the handle, let it go, and walk away, and straighten her dress as if nothing happened.
So, off the door handle with Wednesday's like fingerprints like indented into it, kind of her gripped it and like that. She straightens her desk, walks away. The camera sort of turns, just continues down that hallway to the door at the end, cutting back inside where we find Chenks. Chenks, so what is your plan? Your options here, Chenks, as far as you understand, I'm just kind of trying to, so obviously this is a narrow window up at the top. You're sort of hanging from the thing. The thing now is looking more in this area. He hasn't come to you yet. You do see keys on the ground. So you think perhaps you could try to like force this open. It just might be loud. It might require some doing. Or you could try to go... As much as Chenks is a weird guy, if you have the keys, you know this window will open.
Like, I'm here right now, and like this thing is between me and the keys, so like I'm like, I might as well try once more here, and then if not, like, I'm still like, you can't see me. So I'm like, might as well, like, you know, how thick is this glass, you know?
Yeah. So I guess that would just be, I think that probably would be athletics.
All right.
To try to force it open. Yeah, because you're just trying to like pull, forget all whatever stuff.
Let's go with you. That's a 1.
So does that a 0?
No. It's a dirty 1.
A dirty 1. Understood.
Dirty 1. It's a dirty 1, baby.
Just like Wednesday line, a very dirty one. I feel like Lauren is like suddenly doesn't like Wednesday. It's weird. This Wednesday line was already bad, but now that she's a vampire, she's like the coolest character.
She's bad with a capital B.
Here's a question though, Lauren. I want you to be honest.
What?
Who is worse, Wednesday line or Jake?
Jake.
Yeah, Jake is worse.
1000% Jake.
Jake is the worst. Wednesday's bad, but Jake is the worst. Is Etienne's worse than Wednesday also, right?
It depends on which way you're
Understood.
talking about.
We'll get into this after Chenks escapes or doesn't. Chenks, you try to pull on the thing, and let's just say this can help you in certain ways, but will also be rough in other ways. You try to pull, it's just too strong. You pull so hard, you actually will fall to the ground.
Okay, all right.
You're gonna take some fall damage. Thank goodness you have that stuff. And I roll pretty low on that. You take 3 points of falling damage. So that's
fine, dude.
Comes out of those temp HP. However, the impact of you and the sniffing, the ghoul begins moving in your direction.
Well, I'm gonna try and quietly move away from it.
Understood. You can make a stealth roll at advantage.
I will make a stealth roll.
Actually, you know what? Okay, you have 2 options. You can make a stealth roll at advantage, or I can say that his sniffing and knowing where you are, the advantage he would then get for his trying to find you, they can just cancel out and you can roll it flat. So do you want to roll advantage, then I roll advantage, or do you want to roll flat and I roll flat?
Let's both roll advantage. More dice is more fun, dude.
Sounds good.
I have such good news for you, Philip.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Your higher one was a 13?
Yeah.
Well, oh my god, let horror surge through the land, my friend. 7.
4.
4. Okay, so no horror surge, but still fun times. All right, so that is that actually gets you. Is your stealth flat?
My stealth is flat.
Okay, cool. So with a 13, okay. As our ghoul friend. Okay. I have rolled over that. So the ghoul knows where Chenks is. The ghoul has not attacked Chenks yet, but basically the ghoul will still have disadvantage on rolls against Chenks, but
all right.
is now going to be able to roll. So basically kind of like, you know what? It's just us here. Let's roll initiative. Come on.
It's just us fellas, you know.
It's just for gentlemen.
Oh, you know what sucks? That was a 12.
Oh, that is a shame. Okay. I've also rolled a 12, but there is a modifier on this creature, so.
Yeah, I have a modifier too. It's +0.
Excellent point. I have a non-zero modifier and non-negative. I have a whole number modifier.
Yeah, I have something that's a placeholder and not a number.
The ghoul. Oh boy. Well. Yeah. Okay. So I am assuming that your armor class is under 18.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay, so the ghoul, like, finding that you're there, does just, like, open up its mouth and does manage to bite you. Dealing you. Why can I not find D8s? Just kidding, there they are. The good news for you is this ghoul, because it is a different ghoul, does not have, like, the stench stuff. So you're not having to deal with that unpleasantness.
Yeah.
The bad news for you is I rolled, oh my god. I rolled an 8 and a 6 on these die. So that's 14 plus 3 is 17.
Okay. So I'm down.
God damn it. Chinks.
I had 15 hit points with the temporary hit points.
He has the record. Does the record offer protection?
Okay. The record...
Like the ring.
Dan,
Yeah.
how would you feel about something really bad happening?
I love it. You know how I feel about it.
I am going to actually say that the record will offer a bit of protection. Dan, roll. So I just did 17. You had 15 hit points?
Yeah.
Roll a d4. So if you roll a 1, he's still down.
4.
4. Okay, so you only took 13. You have 2 hit points still.
Do I need to make it? I guess. Well, hang on. I need to make a concentration check.
I was going to say, yeah. Yeah.
I am not invisible.
So suddenly you're there, and the ghoul is like, ah, and the ghoul's like bit, and like it's like just like a chunk is out of your arm, and the ghoul's mouth, as it's sort of doing this. But as you're knocked around, that case falls out on the floor and lands right next to the keys, which causes the magically sealed case. It's like a proximity, it's like a key fob, like an Apple Watch got close, and the case just... And the ghoul, like your viscera at his mouth, you're clearly like swooning, and you both just look over, and you see that there's a record inside. It's your turn, Shanks.
Okay. I mean, I can't because he's right up on me. How close is the record? Like right next to me?
You were on the way there. I'll say that it's you could reach it now if you were trying to like get your hands on it. Sure.
I'm gonna just reach the record and kind of like I want to like pick it up and like slap the ghoul in the face with it and open it up and like use it as like a shield in front of me.
All right. I love this. Okay. Apologies to everyone who's was trying to check stuff out here, but this is a real Chanksy episode, guys. Dan, roll a d8.
Three.
Shoot, I take it back. Roll a d8 again, just it can't be 3. I just don't have anything for that.
2.
Okay. Ah, damn it! I have stuff for that, but not in.
Again?
I'm gonna have you roll a smaller thing.
6? 4? What do
6.
want?
You rolled a
5?
6.
No. Do you want me to roll it D6, D4? What do you want? D5?
D4. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry.
4.
4. Great. Okay. Okay, you hold this up to him. That's like your basically just your action is shield yourself with this thing. All right. In response to this, on his turn, the ghoul is going to have to make a certain kind of throw, I guess, as he just looks at this, because you've basically opened up a lyrics page.
Yeah.
The ghoul has rolled a 2.
Well, that doesn't sound good for the ghoul.
And the ghoul, in his ghoulish mouth, starts to sing, Jenks.
Oh no.
And the ghoul goes, "You got the fire burning right inside of my loins. You don't know how bad I need it, how I gotta feed it. If I leave it, there's no telling what it's gonna destroy." Chenks, could you make a wisdom saving throw?
I would love to, dude. Wait, you know what's dumb?
What?
I assume, okay, I am still invisible because I rolled a 6 on the D6 and I assumed that wouldn't succeed on a DC 10 con save, but I did take proficiency in con saves and I have a +4, so that was a 10.
Okay.
So I am still invisible, if that's all right.
But then wouldn't anything you're holding be invisible too?
Well, it was on the ground. I don't know how it works. I'm okay. If I need to not be invisible for that to happen, then I won't be invisible. But
I think because you should have been at 0 and we gave you the protection
okay,
of this
fine,
record,
fine, yeah, fine.
we'll
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that it did knock out, but it's up a thing. Okay, cool.
That's a 6 on the wisdom save.
Okay. Chenks, this song starts to like melt your brain, and you're like holding it down, and like the ghoul is like leaning in towards you, but he's more reading, and he puts like a hand on you don't even want to move, you're just listening, and the ghoul is going, "And baby, you get the fire burning right inside of my house. You set the curtains aflame, the only one who's to blame, and I'm living in a powder keg in the throes of a drought." And the ghoul is suddenly, and suddenly, Chenks, the ghoul explodes into color. But it's a strange quality to the color of this creature. It's no longer black and white. It looks like it was black and white and was then colorized after the fact. You know how old black and white movies where they do them color post. It's like the ghoul has like film grain still, but there's this color, this garishness, and suddenly you begin
It's like waxy, kind of.
Yeah, you begin to hear the music of all of this as the ghoul is singing, and the ghoul... I'm just gonna go my guitar, guys. Hold on one second.
Turned into a guitar episode, y'all.
That's what I've been waiting for the whole time.
I'm horny for Philip's guitar.
I went to the wrong room!
That's what she said.
Okay. Hi everyone, how are we all doing? This is just one of my favorite ones, so I just really do want to play just the chorus. I promise, guys. Whew, okay. So as you're leading, there's some more of the song goes on, but at length... Ugh, god damn it, this thing's out of tune. Whatever, it's fine. It's close enough. The ghoul at the end begins to sing the chorus, and Chenks, you're like enraptured and like listening to it. And the ghoul sings... "You burned my house down to ashes, left my bike on the tracks in the path of a burning train. And I'd let you do it all again for a little more of the same. 'Cause when when I watch you from the shadows as you sharpen your knives, your silhouette has got me feeling so brave. I'll keep coming for you no matter how bad it hurts, and while I'm digging your body, you're digging my grave. I'm digging your body, you're digging my grave. I'm digging your body, you're digging my grave. So, as this happens, you sort of are just like Chenks. The nice thing for you is that as a stoner dude,
I love a good jam session.
You love music, and the last thing you're sort of experiencing is this very, like, rapturous kind of, like, musical. It's a truly transcendent experience. The ghoul, now colorful, like, kind of kaleidoscopes around your vision. Maybe it's the blood loss, maybe it's the magic, you're not sure. Do you want to say anything in response to this? I mean, obviously you love the music, but do you want to, like, offer any words of enjoyment?
Dude, that's sick.
The ghoul will say, I sound pretty good, right?
Dude, for real. You got any shows coming up?
Oh, I think so. And as the ghoul eats what remains of Chenks, that is where we'll end this session of Blood from a Stone.
I'm so good at getting my characters killed. It's fantastic.
I'm sorry.
I'm second only to Pierce.
Yeah. Well, you're like you've
Zane is pretty bad.
You've died more than Pierce, but his rate of just appearing and dying is much higher.
Yeah.
Although he did tell me, perhaps I should not reveal this, he said he had one goal in our Halloween game this week.
To die?
He said, I just want to not die this time. And he didn't.
Hey, look, I took that bullet for him.
That way that's why during the one fight in that game, he opted he was like, I'm just going to walk away from this.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you for that. God damn, I wish I did. If I'd known I was going to do that, I would have tuned my guitar and had it at the ready. I do apologize, but I did still want to sing that part.
I actually muted this and tuned into the Twitch.
Oh, there you go.
Time,
oh, there you go. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, that's fun. Oh, poor Chenks. But the ghoul has been forever changed, you guys. This is a huge... See, I wasn't thinking when I said records when Chenks was like, records. I didn't think of that until he walked up to Joe and records was like, oh, records. And I was kind of doing some stuff where, like, maybe, but just like, oh my God.
Poor Chenks.
And now Joe's dead too. But Chenks is
That's sad. Genuinely. I was so sad for Joe.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully now you won't say Joe in LLA.
Exactly. I'll try to just remember he's Mo in that game. Oh boy. Funny idea there. Well, that was great, guys. Also, Felix and Solomon are just killing it in the reading department, and Sarah is finally getting her act together as a wife. So it's a series of victories.
I'm gonna punch you next time I see you.
I felt while I was saying that, I was like,
you're gonna deserve it.
I will genuinely say this. While I was saying that, I was like, I am glad that I'm able to do this game, like, with these players, like, especially this stuff with Lauren, because like there are people I would not be comfortable saying this to, so it's fun that I could just have him be like, apologize to this naked woman. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh dear. Well, thank you all for watching. We have a lot of other games on this channel. Join us on Sunday for Here Be Dragons, on Monday for Theme Party, our Lego game, and on Wednesday for, I'll get there, Lost Their Academia. Yeah, that's the one that's this week. To see what happens after 2 weeks removed from Armament giving Frankie a sky ride. We also, I'm sure, have many people to thank from our chat. Aside from just you guys for putting hilarious names into the chat eventually.
Oh, baby, we do. So Book has been subscribed for 31 months.
31. It's like 13 backwards.
That was the whole. Now I get why the 13 were backwards the whole time. So I wish I would have caught on to that much sooner. That was really good. Now it's all connecting. And then Samus Hunter, welcome for 2 months, resubscribing 2 months, second month in, here to stay. So
Thank you so much.
And then thank you for keeping the chat really fun. And if you have any great new character names, keep throwing them out there. They have to have a food in the last name.
Or first.
Or the first name.
I mean, it works best when it's in the last name, but I get, sometimes in the first name, it's okay.
I think Hamburger Sam was a really good one.
That's more like a guy who's like a thing. He probably has a different last name, like Hamburger Sam, like Jackson or something. But like Sam Hamburger is different than Hamburger Sam. Hamburger Sam, he's like a guy who likes hamburgers. Sam Hamburger is a guy who's just gotten the name of hamburger. Enrique Stromble. I like that.
How about
Stromboli.
how about here's my name. Ready? How about Lean Pocket Kowalski?
That's
No.
cool. Yeah, cool. He's the guy who really likes lean pockets.
No, I think he's a guy whose name is Pocket Kowalski, but he's really skinny. And there's another guy named Pocket Kowalski who's really good looking, so naturally they call him Hot Pocket Kowalski.
That's good. I like that. You were
They're twin brothers with the same name.
Yeah. We've got Tom Gravy in the chat.
Oh no.
James from
Hey,
Texas.
Tom Gravy is thrown for over 100,000 yards in the NFL.
Tom Gravy, God, Tom Gravy is GOAT.
Tom
Gravy of all time.
I have his 91 collector card.
Oh man, congratulations. I'm about to say a thing that, I clearly know that what I'm saying is stupid. I don't think I realized they made football cards till right now. So,
Oh, they do.
thank you all so much for watching. This has been a delight. We have, you can go to our Discord to interact with us. You can go to our YouTube to watch old episodes, and you can go to the wiki to read all the cool stuff that Sophia and everyone have put on there, including sort of like, rundowns of all our different games. There's a meta page of how they connect. Sophia actually put something on there that I'm going to specifically plug that I posted yesterday, and just will mention if Top Flight fans may enjoy this, and if not, whatever. We've put on, it's basically, it just reads like a recap, but it is a recap of a non-existent comic book series. It's called Ghostman Ofrenda, and I did it as I'd written this a while back, and yesterday was Day of the Dead, and I was like, I'll post that, why not? So no, you can check that out. That is on the Discord under the downloads under Top Flight, and it's also on the wiki. I'm not sure how you navigate to it, but it is on there, and I think Sophia has posted that in the thing. So it's kind of like a weird, like 1980s sort of Gaiman Moore-esque kind of like darker thing, but Whisper shows up in it. So it's interesting. There's actually some important Whisper lore in that, and I've kind of been trying to explain in the Discord chat like what it means, where it slots into the timeline. I think it's just supposed to. It's supposed to be like a pretty like iconic story for that character that like would be referenced many times. So yeah. So yeah, check it out if you choose to. That is all I've got. Would anybody like to plug their own channels or activities?
Yes, I'm gonna start this time because I never start.
You so sure.
But if you like bonsai trees, follow Zane's Trees
Or
on
just trees
Instagram
in
and TikTok.
general.
Yeah, if you like trees in general, if you like gardening in general. And I decided this evening, I was like, because they have the generative AI experiment on Google. I was like, so I put in my username on there, and one of the things that came up is, who is Zane's Tree's wife? And my wife is apparently a man named Tate Finley.
Oh my God, Tate
Yeah.
Finley.
Hey, I've seen Tate. Tate is
He
hot.
sounds really hot, and you know what else he sounds? He sounds like
Tate fucks.
quiet, and he sounds like he doesn't need a lot of attention or energy.
Wife is feminine, so
I was
Wow,
like,
how gender normative of you to
women-
say that.
Ooh.
I've known women named Tatum, so I could see them going by Tate for short. So yeah.
Oh, that would be cute. Oh, if her
No,
name's
I mean,
Tate.
I actually was able to find this guy's account and he, like, it's another just like he's got a beard about the same. Like,
Is he in the triosphere?
he's in the triosphere.
I love the idea that there are triosphere people who are I think it's because there are triosphere people asking AI to generate like imagery of the two of you having sex. That's what
There
it is.
is a fan fiction
Yeah, me. I'm doing
on AO3 of Zane and
I wrote it.
Yeah, this guy could literally be my my cousin.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, maybe we like somehow.
Dan
like,
for a second was like, "Wait a minute."
Dan
So
seems
what?
offended.
What about
I
me?
said
We're brothers.
cousin, not brother. I said
What-
cousin.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But Dan, that means this guy's also your cousin.
Yeah,
Well, if he's my
he's our
cousin,
cousin.
fine.
Transitive property.
Well, so then why can't I fuck my cousin?
All right. Dan,
Are you gonna just take that as a clip?
Dan,
I
you
flag.
can't plug your channel today. Lauren,
I am streaming a scary game, currently. Join me, but I might yell at you because I'm afraid, and frustrated and scared. But it's a lot of fun. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me. 7:30 on Thursdays. I will be on next Thursday, but the following I will be out of town and will not be streaming. But I will try to stay consistent thereafter. But come join me if you want to see me be scared. If you like my big reactions here, oh boy, you can see more there
Oh
on my
boy.
channel. I'll say hi in the chat. You can follow me from there.
awesome. Dan, please plug if you want to.
I'm not allowed to, and I'm a good boy.
All right.
I'm
Well,
a
everyone
good
should
boy.
follow. Everybody should follow Steinbergler, and he sometimes streams various old games. Do
And
you
new
do-
games.
And new games. Do you do Magic any times?
I had not recently, but I mean, I'll do like Baldur's Gate, so like whatever.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Golden Sun, Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Moses, do you want to plug anything?
You can follow me on Instagram at unexpectedly fun. I might stream on Twitch. I'll get on that.
You
So
should.
maybe by next time that'll
Yeah.
be up and running.
Awesome.
Let me know when it is. I'll add your Twitch to the about.
I shall
section.
add your
There we
Twitch to
go.
my Twitch. Very good, everyone. Well, this was a
Twitching together.
fun session.
We should.
Oh, we should
Oh,
always.
we all should.
What? Ew, God, no.
Dan.
All right.
You.
Thank you all for watching. I guess I felt like things were going well, and this really I feel like we just hit a wall at the very end. Say one more name.
Marscapone O'Leary.
Marscapone.
Danny
O'Leary.
Taquito.
Danny Taquito.
There he is. There he is. That's how it's done.
Danny Taquito. I really. What I like for Danny Taquito is I went like in a really serious scene. There's like a hospital full of victims after like a thing. Like there's like a train crash, and suddenly somebody comes in and goes, "I'm Special Agent Danny Taquito. I'm looking for the driver of this train." Oh my god. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Or just
Until
like-
next.
Or just like and the winner for best actor goes to Danny Taquito.
Danny Taquito.
No, it was funny if the actor had a weird name and his character was Danny Taquito.
Danny
Taquito.
Taquito. There's like a Michael Clayton like movie called A Preposterous Name.
I feel like he's got to be in a film with like Danny Taquito, but he's got like one little taquito and one really big taquito, and they're they're supposed to be the same taquito.
You say hello to my little Taquito.
Yes. There it
Oh
is.
my god. All right, everyone. Until next
Well.
time.
Arnold Taquito.
Have a dreadful night.
Glad my name stuck.
Oh.